Geofarman made a post on the forums a while ago, detailing some of the issues with skills, and how they plan to fix this in the 1.0 update. A total of 5 points were brought up about how skills would be affected. These were: a variety of gameplay, participation in global progression, fun, more progression within the skill, and rewarding. The fourth point, more progression within the skill, is the point that I'll focus on, because farming is used as an example on how this can be improved within skills, but what this really shows is that Hypixel just doesn't get farming. Let's go to the start of this point. What does Geofarman mean by more progression within a skill? Well, he wants players to have a change in actions to be prompted between level 1 and 60 in the farming skill. This is fair enough, but it could be hard to add that with farming. The strat most people do is building a cane farm and then getting a rabbit pet for XP. People usually make an infinite cane farm since they can get the builder's wand and other building tools pretty early in the game. And here's what Geofarman mentions is wrong with farming. Players shouldn't have to build large, ugly farms on their private islands. Geofarman. I'll start this rebuttal off by saying beauty is subjective and people like different things. That being said, here's the defense on how farms can look good. Like all buildings in Minecraft, you need to put work in farms to make them look good. If you do minimal effort and simply just build a massive platform out of soul sand and put netherwort on it, it's obviously not going to look as good if you took time to put actual detail into the farms. How can you put detail into farms? Well, just have a look at Hopeful's Island. He has an amazing cactus farm that looks better than any farm I've built. But that's just a side note about this comment. Now, what's really wrong with what Geofarman said? Well, farm design and building is an integral part of what makes farming such a special skill. The farming community has developed many types of farms, such as vertical and spiral, that are designed to produce the best farming rates. Taking it away ruins the gimmick that farming has, of building farms on your private island. Back in the early days of Skyblock, cactus farms were killed very quickly for a similar reason. For context, this is a continuation of the last point about farms being ugly, and let me just say, this is really dumb coming from an admin. Cactus farms weren't killed off because they looked ugly, they were nerfed because they made way too many coins when Skyblock was in a state where the economy hadn't developed to the point that it had yet. Cactus farms did actually see a resurgence not that long ago, but they were killed off because the only reason they made money again was because of bizarre prices, and due to overuse, the price of cactus has crashed. The garden is not only a much more convenient, but also a way more interesting progression. Prior to this, Geofarman was talking about how the garden could be an alternative to building farms on your private island. The problem with making alternate ways of skill grinding in Skyblock is that it's going to be unbalanced and won't work as intended. What do I mean by this? Well, two different ways of farming, one of them will always be better. Normally, the most XP a player can get while farming on their private island is around 650,000 per hour. This is with no special buffs in play, like Derpy, or the Blood God Shrine. And it's pretty much confirmed that 650,000 XP per hour is the highest farming can possibly get, outside of a few rare circumstances. If the garden even managed a small improvement, like 670,000 XP per hour, it would completely unbalance farming, because people would be deterred away from the traditional method. A complex meta has already formed around farming, and it gets really interesting if you get deep into it. Farms like Vertical and Spiral are examples of specifically designed farms to maximize the rates they can produce. Overall, the garden is an unnecessary update. If we ignore all the balancing issues and problems with the post, it still doesn't address many of the issues the farming skill currently has, such as the lack of good money and the massive amount of cheaters and macroers in this community. I think that for an update, they should simply just improve the anti-cheat to help reduce macroers and potentially give farming some buffs to at least 7 mil per hour like it used to be, since that's a lot less nowadays. But all this discussion is for another video. So if you are interested in seeing more content from me, or what a possible update to farming would look like, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'm getting really close to 500 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it. I make sure to make this channel entertaining for all my viewers by making sure to provide very cool videos that you would all enjoy. Plus, subscribing is free, so you can change your mind at any time and unsubscribe. So just click that button, you have nothing to lose. It's clear while looking at this post from JF Farmin, the Hypixel staff team just doesn't get farming. While the farming skill is not perfect, the idea of the garden is not what the skill needs. Not only will it completely unbalance the current methods of farming, but it could break apart the basic structure of farming and what makes it so unique. If anyone on the staff team or connected to the staff team does see this video, I really do encourage you to just ask the farming community what they want in an update. It would produce a really fun time for this small but passionate community of dedicated farmers. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe, and if you have anything to say to me, please leave a comment. I'll make sure to reply to all of you. And remember, farmers, keep farming. You made it to the end of the video. Why don't you check out the description for all the music links I've used and click another one.